Hi, this is Luke and this is my guide on the top 10 tablets of 2013. It's important to note this has been filmed right at the start of the year. We're just midway through January when I'm filming this, so I imagine it will become outdated at some point during the year, but I will do a refreshed list when a lot more big name tablets come out. But as I say, this is the top 10 tablets that are out now, so I'm going to start off in no particular order this is, so you can make your own mind up of which are the best in this top 10, but they're all really good tablets. So I'm going to start off with the Microsoft Surface Pro. It comes with the Windows 8 Pro operating system built in, so a step up from the Windows 8 RT, which has had some criticism. So the Pro one is expected to be really good. Obviously you've all seen what the Surface looks like, or I hope you have at least, with the unique stand that's built in, and also the unique keyboard cover that it has that both protects the Surface and allows you to type on it at the same time. I've heard mixed reviews on that, but it's still really innovative. It's got a 1080p display, so it's upgraded from the 1366 by 768 display just on the Windows with Surface with RT, but it does only have 720p video. As of yet, there's no set RRP for this, but I would imagine it would come in at least £499 for the basic model. Next up in this list is the iPad 4, or the iPad with the Retina display, 4th generation. It's a hugely popular operating system and brand. Whilst a lot of people are going off Apple these days, it's still really liked worldwide. It's got the 264 pixels per inch, or PPI as I'll refer to it for the rest of this video, Retina display. So one of the best screens out there on the device, and it certainly was the best screen on any tablet when it was released. It's got the sleek design that Apple are known for, an A6X processor which keeps things nice and fast, running games and all your internet browser succinctly and sharply. It's got a 5 megapixel rear camera, and good things that Apple have like iMessage and FaceTime mean that you can text or video call any other Apple device for free, which is really useful, and it's known for having good battery life, and the RRP of that is around £399. Next on the list is the Note 10.1. The main thing with the Note 10.1 is its S Pen. As seen with the Note 2, the S Pen is really useful, can help boost your efficiency, and you can do all sorts of things with it. It's really smart. It's got loads of smart functions where you can draw, it'll pick up how sharply or how hard you're pressing down on the S Pen. You can hover it over and it'll bring up options menus. There's a range of different things. I really suggest you going and having a look at the S Pen and what it can do. It's got a quad-core processor. The screen isn't amazing, but as I say, the S Pen is the real upsell with the Note 10.1, the real plus point, and the boost in efficiency it can give you is really good. It comes with comes with ice cream sandwich, but it is upgradable to Jelly Bean, and the RRP on that again is £399. First up, from two Nexus devices in this rundown, is the Nexus 10, the 10-inch Nexus device made by Samsung, obviously partnered with Google. The good thing about Nexus devices is that they'll always have the most up-to-date operating system from Android, so it comes with Jelly Bean 4.2 out of the box, and it's got a whopping 299 ppi screen, so that's even better than the Retina display on the iPad. It really is amazing to look at. It's got Gorilla Glass as well, so it's going to stay nice and protected and free from scratches and damage easily, so you probably don't need a screen protector on that. As I say, as it's a Google product, it's going to stay up to date with all the software. The RRP on that is just £319, so cheaper than a lot of other tablets out there at the same size, but still really good value. Going straight into the other Nexus device now, and that's the Nexus 7. A lot of people know about it, and whilst it's dirt cheap, it's still really good. It's only £159 RRP on that for the smallest storage device, and I really can't see why. They actually make a loss on the Nexus 7, Google do, and Asus that make it, because they want to make their money back on the software and the apps that you buy on the device. So they make a loss hoping to make their money back elsewhere. Comes with Jelly Bean 4.1 but upgradable to 4.2. It's got a 216 ppi screen, which is better than a lot of tablets out there still, and although it's only 7-inch, it's still quad-core, so it can run apps and games really nicely. Sony Xperia Tablet S is the newest version of the Tablet S that was really successful for Sony in 2011. The Xperia Tablet S did have to be pulled earlier in 2012, but it's now back on sale, and it's PlayStation certified gaming, so this is one for gamers, especially those that play on the PS3. As well as that, it's got an 8 megapixel camera and can record in 1080p, so good for cameras and video, and it's quad core as well, and that also has an RRP of £329, so not the most expensive tablet out there for its size and features. The Asus Transformer Infinity TF700 is one of the best all-round tablets in the market, and whilst it's one of the most expensive at £459 recommended retail price, it has a good screen of 224 pixels per inch, has a unique keyboard dock that's seen with the whole Transformer range from Asus. It's got Gorilla Glass as well, so it stays nice and protected, 8 megapixel camera and 1080p video recording, and it's quad core, so it's going to be able to do all round things really well, but it has got an expensive price point. Kindle Fire HD. This is a Nexus 7 competitor. Amazon have really tried to compete with the Nexus 7 tablet on this one, and that also retails at £159. However, whilst they compete in different areas because they're the same price and they've got the same screen quality, Kindle Fire doesn't have the Android market that the Nexus 7 has, but Amazon make use of their own businesses that they already have, offering Netflix memberships and Love Film memberships as well. So that's really one if you like films and you like streaming films whilst you're in bed, or just on a small device if you're commuting, for example. Ninth on this list, although as I say it's in no particular order, is the Toshiba Excite 10 AT300. So it's known as the Excite 10 around the world, I believe, but in the UK known as the AT300. And whilst it's not the best tablet around, it's 10 inches and comes in at £229 and up, so really quite a cheap tablet for 10 inches, which I believe is the cheapest 10-inch tablet on this rundown. Just look through my notes, which it is by a long way. Comes with Jelly Bean, so really up-to-date Android, and it's quad core as well. So whilst it's not the best tablet, it's really good value for money still. And finally, rounding up this list is the iPad mini. Whilst the iPad mini has been slated for its poor screen and also out-of-date technology, people say, it's essentially the iPad 2 in a smaller package. Now, if the iPad 2 was still out these days and Apple hadn't released the iPad 3 or the iPad 4, the iPad 2 still would be one of the best tablets around, so that really isn't too much of a deal, although technology is advancing and moving on. It's really good for kids, and it's really portable too. But whilst it's still a small tablet, it's still bigger than most 7-inch tablets. It's nearly 8 inches in size. It's got 1080p video recording and a 5 megapixel camera, so it's good for pictures and video. And as I said earlier with the iPad 4, it's got FaceTime and iMessage, so you can send text messages to any Apple device or have video calls with any Apple device absolutely free. And that's £239 RRP. So that rounds off my list of top 10 tablets in 2013. If you found this useful, then please click like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel for regular technology videos. Thanks for watching.